Okay, hello and welcome to, I've got to look this place up, hold on, bear with me. We are in, wait for this, we're in Cartagena on the north coast of Colombia, and we are heading for Rionegro, which is further south, about an hour's flight time. So we're back on Avianca. It's an airline we've used a fair few times on this channel in the guest airlines section. Haven't flown it for a while. It's great to be back flying Avianca again. It's also fantastic to be flying back in Colombia. In fact, I just thought I should do a tour around Colombia. I might have to put something together for that because it is a spectacularly beautiful country. So yeah, here we are, as you can see, quite a nice set again, great setting for an airport. I spoke a while ago about setting up a new area on my channel for recommended destinations, and I think I'm going to add this one in because it just looks fabulous, doesn't it? Really like it. So yeah, this is probably, when I create that, will probably be the first place I put on it. So yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's go to the cockpit. Let's get this flight underway. It is a fairly short flight, this one. It's only going to take us around about 48 minutes. Probably take us a bit longer because, as always, people decide me to send messages. Right, so let's try and get this thing underway whilst trying to message people at the same time or reply to messages. See, battery 1 and 2, APU master switch, still got the lightning and thunderbug unfortunately, and start. Cruising today at an altitude of 30,000 feet. There we go. And we are departing from runway 19, I believe. Double check that in a minute. Yeah, runway 19 we're departing from. Sim Toolkit Pro, I have mentioned it a few times before. I thoroughly recommend. It's free, people. It's great. It's a fantastic tool for tracking your flights, for deciding which flights you want to do, and so forth. Sim Toolkit Pro, thoroughly recommend it. It is one of my most highly recommended add-ons, or sort of auxiliary features, whatever you want to call it. Third party, don't know really what you want to call it. Auxiliary, ancillary, I don't know. I'm sure it's word aid describing it. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. We got the APU started. Flaps up, ground space, APU bleed on. If they can just fix this lightning thing, then the simulator would be awesome. And relation DIRs aligned. So let's get those DIRs aligned. So as I said, delighted to be flying Avianca. It is, as I say, an airline that I have featured quite a bit. I believe, I seem to recall, it is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, airlines in the world. Pretty sure I discovered that fact a while back. So rich heritage for this airline. Let's have a look at the FMC program. So right, let's get the FMC programmed up before we forget. So clear that out. Init ref. So we are in SKCG, and we're going to SKRG, There we go. Turn. Line firm alignment, turn, cost index, Avianca flag carrier 40, cruising 30,000 feet. So fuel rate, yeah, I think it's going to be 23.6, 6.3 on the fuel. 1.3. Performance 1 up. Stick temperature 40. Flight plan, depart, runway 19. And we're taking the CTG-1B departure. So that will take us to CTG. And then from CTG it's UP778. P778 to Butal. And then from there it's direct to Corba. Point. Set. And then we're arriving on runway 1. Arrival ILS 1. Via the Corba 1A arrival. Corba 1A. And there's no answer to that. Come back to performance page. Put our V speeds in. There we go. And we got Corsair there. ATC TCAS. Set that up. So that is a line door stereo. Seatbelts, no smoking, beacon light can all come on now. Fuel pumps. Ignition select to normal APP. So ready to push back. We will need to push back to the facing right. Now, fortunately, we've got a nice little pushback tool here. If we fire this fly pad up. And we go that, we go call tag. So we're prepared to depart out from here in... I keep forgetting the name of the place. Beans of Sea, I know that much. Cartagena. Rafael Nunez Airport. Cartagena, great location. Okay, so parking brake can be taken off. Let's start pushing back. There we go. That. Now I have a theory, because after I last, I keep getting stuck on the runway with this. Afterwards I had a little play about, and I found by playing around with the speed brakes, i.e. putting them on and off again, I managed to get moving again. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if the issue I'm having is related to speed brakes. So when we land today, we will see if that has an impact. I do love this pushback feature. I don't know why I didn't use it sooner. It's very handy. Stop. Over the tug. So we will go out and spin it round at the end and take off. I just have to come to these new different airports. So engines. Okay, so ignition selector switch back to normal. APU bleed can come off now. Air compacts on, ground spoilers on, auto brake to max. Brake max. Change picture and flaps. APU master switch off. Anti-ice systems. Thanks guys, anything knows that parking brake. There we go. Stick the weather on. The weather radar on. Takeoff config is normal. Bang. So the runway is literally here. So we'll just go down to the bottom and spin around. I do like the idea of a Colombian tour. I may have to have a look at that on... won't be the next one I do, but maybe the one after. Because I've got to sit and plan it on a little nav map. But yeah, tour around Colombia sounds like an ideal. Yeah, I like that. We're going to do it, I think. Certainly provide some unique challenges, that's for sure. Okay, we're not very well lined up, but we can soon sort that out as we get underway. Strobes on. So taxi takeoff. And then backs off. Laps time. That crossing the runway. Man, the SRS, I've sworn I put 40 on, never mind. Positive rate, gear up. Hey, autopilot on. Nose on as well. Climb thrust. Turn those off, right? Okay. Okay, we'll switch to the wing view. And enjoy your flight, folks. And here we are, folks. We're nearly at the end of this flight already. It's just such a short one for us today. Let's come down here. Let's go to the menu, get the report in, and see menu, weather request. Yeah, meta sent. Turn to menu. So our airport we're flying into has got some mountains around it quite high up. We need to be coming in at 10,000 feet. The airport itself sits at an elevation of 7,000 feet, so we don't need to descend just quite yet due to the very high yeah, how high it is. As I say, we should need to descend 20,000 feet. Company message, received messages. You see Colombia, very mountainous country. Next phase. There we go. I'll get the meta report in now. QNH, there it is, 1028. We get a QNH report, thank you very much. 1028 QNH. Temperature outside is a surprisingly chilly 16 degrees. I suppose Colombia, no, that's still Northern Hemisphere, isn't it? No. I have to look that up on a map, can't think. Ecuador, Colombia, no, I think it is Southern Hemisphere, so maybe it's sort of their winter time. 160 at 3 knots. 160/03. Okay, that's our speed. Radio altimeter. INS decision height is 233. 33. Altimeter, brilliant. So have a little look outside, shall we? Sure, all these squares are all over the scenery. It's almost like it's on the blink. Yeah, about that. It's a bit of a pain. So we are inbound on Avianca. We'll slowly start our descent. We're descending down to 10,000 feet. We'll come in by some... We need to get this right, incidentally, because we shall come in next to some very, very high mountains. So, yeah, we're not going to have a lot of room to balls this up, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to descend to 11,000 feet. Just for safety, because the peaks around up to about 10,300 feet, so not sure what the visibility is going to be like. So we shall put our initial descent down to 11,000. We'll work the rest out from there. So there we go. We'll descend at a rate of 1,600 feet. There we are. Fabulous. Landing speed 134. Awesome. So, as I say, we begin our descent down already. A very short flight up from, or down rather, from the other place. I keep forgetting its name. That it begins with C. Cartagena. There, or Gina. Sure, I'm pronouncing it horrendously badly. Cartagena? I don't know. Who knows? Well, I do know there's some very nice looking mountains down there. There is some weather about, as evident on our radar there, but hopefully not to the point it's going to cause us any issues. We continue our descent down. 28,000 feet. That's 18,000. You can probably ease that rate of descent up a notch. Yeah, challenging place to fly here in Colombia. Charge my phone up back in a second. There we go. So nice to be back flying in South America. I haven't flown in South America, as I say, for a while. We featured a few other South American airlines on the channel. You'll find them on the guest. I think Azul rings a bell. Did I do Latam? There's someone who flies in Chile. I'm not sure it was Latam actually. Can't remember now. But yeah, we got a couple of Brazilian flights. One in Chile. There is a Fly UK tour of the Amazon, I think. Maybe I might do that at some point. Features on the airports I need. Scenery's not looking the best down there. It's just, oh god, yeah, it's sort of popped into something else. But yeah, definitely could use a visual upgrade by the looks of things. It's a shame because this is such a beautifully mountainous part of the world. Unfortunately, it looks like we are going to have considerable cloud cover. One of these days we'll get some nice weather in this neck of the woods. Yeah, so 11,000 feet seems to be the minimum 12. Oh, should be around. There's some scenery popping going on down there, it's a shame. Annoying. Texture popping. Right. And there we have it. Look at that, a lovely wall of cloud. Awesome. Just, you know, what we always wanted to see. Yeah, brilliant. So we can continue our descent down through 20,000 feet. We have about 10,000 feet to go. Oh god, yeah, we're way above. Easy, mate. That. Let's ease it right up. Otherwise, we'll be at 10,000 feet before we know it. Put our seatbelt signs on. Really want LS on as well. No. Oh, bugger off. Yeah, very funny. There we go. Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, we are descending into put our local QNH out in a minute. These are ready to descent down a little bit more. Lightish winds, so the winds aren't really going to bother us. So next up, after this, I'll be returning to Budapest from Hanover. Next up for Fly UK, we're off from, it's on the Topa, which is like a sort of branch of Fly UK. I mentioned them in another flight serving Australasia. That'll be going from Sydney to Auckland in New Zealand. Looking forward to returning to New Zealand. Said I'd be back, and I am indeed. So looking forward to that one. And of course KLM off to Singapore next. So we got some interesting destinations coming up. Certainly looking forward to the Sydney Auckland one. It's the first time I've used Topa Sky and Fly UK, so it'll be sort of my maiden flight with that branch of Fly UK. So looking forward to that. They've got quite a tropical livery, I think is the best way to describe it, going on. I'll be of course reviewing that, as I do with every livery I haven't already reviewed, in due course. Let's flip over to our local QNH here. Set the auto brake on medium. Maybe that then, 10,000 there. Whoa, that's jumped. Where's it, 1028? Where's our performance? Yeah, it is about right, yeah. Uh-huh. 10.9. Let's make sure we've got the chart on. So we get low, we'll switch over to our terrain radar. Feet. Okay, we can drop a little bit quicker now. Terrain radar switch on because of the nature of where we're flying into. Get the plane slowing as well. Got seatbelt signs on, I hope. Go flaps 1. That slows down a bit. Surprisingly, you can't see us on the radar, so we must be coming around off the screen. I don't know, unless we're flying to a totally different airport. Yeah, weird. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I hadn't clicked on the Navigraph map. That is why. So we're clear of the high terrain now. We can descend nicely down to 10,000. Keep ourselves slowing. We're literally riding the speed brake all the way down here. It's not really a problem. We're underneath the let's arm that again. Got localizer armed. Look at that beautiful, beautiful scenery. Oh my word, that is stunning. Shame those clouds are in the way. Let's get Sky Dolly doing its thing for our arrival. You can see on our radar now the high terrain, but We're well clear of that. Hopefully. Famous last words. Oh, we're well clear of the high terrain. Crash. Could do without these clouds though. That can definitely be said. There we are, reasonably on point with our descent. Excuse me. As I say, shame about these clouds because they are no doubt obstructing a pretty nice view. Wowzers, look at that. Oh my word. What a place to fly into, huh? More people really need to fly here on flight simulators. You know, I judge where people fly by what you see on VATSIM, and VATSIM is so Europe and North America concentrated. I just, yeah. I get, you know, you like to recreate around where you're familiar with, and so do I, but you need to come to places like this as well. This scenery is just off the charts, incredible. So this flight, both these airports are definitely going onto my new section of the channel, recommended destinations. Oh, I put all the lights on. No, I haven't. You moron. Because I'm so familiar with doing that below 10,000 feet. There we go, we've got the seatbelt signs on at least though. We'll arm the localizer. Can't see anything other than mountainous terrain right in front of my face. Bit disconcerting, but wowzers, wow, this is bad. I really wish this cloud wasn't here though, because then you could really appreciate the where we're flying into. But from the glimpses I'm seeing, it just looks spectacular now. We're not going to have a lot of clearance. Oh crikey, we're only going to have about 1,000 feet clearance over some of these hills. That's a lot.
2,500.
Yeah, that's a lot lower than you would like. So I guess in reality you'd really be coming down at the last minute here to that at 10,000 feet. You can see we're sort of in a... Wow. This is... Okay, we're on the localizer. Let's get the approach mode engaged as well. We're swinging about a bit. It seems to have issues with establishing itself on the localizer at the moment. We're still a reasonable distance out.
2,500.
In a minute that's going to get a lot less than 2,500. Man, this is beautiful. So the runway length here is actually, I really looked too much into that. We got 11,200 feet of runway, vacate left on landing.
2,500.
There we go. Don't have the runway in sight, which is never particularly ideal. Let's switch back to the weather radar a minute. we're clear of the terrain. Drop down onto the glide slope in a minute. Hopefully we will anyway. Get the next flaps out. Here we go, on the glide slope. Let's get our gear down in a minute. There we are. Landing gear down.
$2,500.
Flaps. Would feel a lot happier if I could see the runway somewhere through all that haze and stuff. There it is, there it is. We have it in sight now as we come down out of the clouds. There, wow, there we go, look at that. Ah, wow. That is some spectacular scenery right there. Hit the outer marker, we're still slowing. Fortunately, yeah, the weather's, we've got a nice little weather window here, so we can actually see what we're doing. Thank you very much, weather. Much appreciated. There's buildings dotted in the hills there. So the buildings aren't rendering properly. Interesting. Wow. We look a little high, if anything. Okay, let's focus on landing now.
1,000.
Gear is down, 3 green, auto brake is set. 1,000 feet. Ah.
500. 400. 100 above. 300. Minimum 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. 10. Retard. Retard.
Bit off the centre line there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rionegro. Interesting landing. Yeah, we got a little bit out of focus of what we're supposed to be doing. You know, we just strayed a bit. We were concentrating on getting that flare and everything right. We just wandered off the centre line, but we're down nonetheless. Bit of an untidy landing, I think. Not my best one for sure. And there we have it, folks. Arriving at the gate. Is it going to let me go forward? Yes, it is. Now, I wonder why it's working past. It hasn't. Something to do with the way I'm doing things. But anyway, let's stop the recorder quickly, because otherwise that'll muck up. Now we can lock the aircraft. Recycle that on. Engines off. So we have it, flight time was in the region of just under 50 minutes. Our landing rate was 143. Very nice. Very happy with that. Quit. Okay, let's have a look at the replay. So here we have it on our finals into Rionegro. Sure, what's going on with the these at the back here, where they're at that angle. What the hell? Just noticed that. Oh, there we are. Oh, actually, that was a lot better than I give myself credit for. That was a lot better. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this flight. Realise you had a choice of flights. Thank you very much for choosing this one. I wish you a pleasant onward browsing journey. So from here in Rionegro, I leave you with a wing view of our arrival into this destination here in Colombia. What a great place to fly into, her. Absolutely awesome. Not sure why that's up. Look at that, beautifully done. And that brings us to the end of this flight. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Farewell for now.